We're here at the Marquee in Cork. It's our second year. Nathan Carter sold out again this year, a second achievement. Of course, Nathan Carter, now one of Ireland's top country stars and taking on the world with a shadow of a doubt. Nathan, but we're here to talk about your new album. Briefly tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I released my new album 6 weeks ago called Beautiful Life, which is the first ever album since I've signed with Decca Records, and it was released in England, all over the UK should I say, and Ireland, and we got it to the top 40 in the UK charts, and it went straight in at number 1 in the Irish album charts and stayed there for 3 weeks at number 1, unbelievably. So I was delighted with it. It's still selling really well. We're doing songs tonight off it, and yeah, it's called Beautiful Life, and that's one of the tracks. It's our current single at the minute, actually.
You were here last year at the Marquee and just sold out, and you're here again for the second time in your career. What's it like to be in there tonight in that massive setup? I mean, that is really an unbelievable setup.
Yeah, it's our biggest gig this year, definitely. I mean, tonight we're playing to over 4,000 people, between 4 and 4,500 people. So we're actually recording it as well for TV and for a DVD up ahead, and hopefully to send to America and places like that to hopefully be shown. So a lot of pressure. There's about 150 staff and crew in there between cameramen and soundmen, lighting men, production and band, and all our gang as well. So yeah, it's a big night for us, but really looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be a great fun.
Nathan, I was talking to your granddad there as he came in to the Marquee here in Cork tonight, and he actually had a little poster with Nathan Carter playing over in the UK for £1 entrance to the venue. Can you remember that?
Oh, I sure do. I mean, I started playing when I was 16. I left school. My nan drove me about to the gigs because I couldn't drive. I was only 16, and we went everywhere. We did loads of Irish pubs all over England, a lot of Irish centres, and I think that was one of them. That was the Halifax Irish Centre luncheon club that I used to play once every month. Lovely people there, and I still am in touch with a lot of them, would you believe? But it used to be £1 to buy a ticket, and if you didn't buy a ticket, it was £2 on the door. So yeah, but they were great times, you know. And,
you've come a long way since to a packed 4,000 Marquee here in Cork. You have some achievement in a short number of years. What are your plans for the immediate future, Nathan?
Well, the immediate future, we're all over Ireland, all over the summer, doing a lot of festivals and outdoor gigs. And then September, I'm heading back to England to start a concert tour there. We're taking in all over England, playing a hometown gig in Liverpool in the Philharmonic Hall, Manchester for 2 nights, all over the place. And then we're back to Scotland as well in November. We're playing in the Glasgow Concert Hall, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, we're extremely busy. A lot of gigs coming on, and I'm actually, would you believe, I've only just released that album, but I'm going in the next couple of weeks to start my new album.
It's a huge production show you do now. It's absolutely huge. I see that you've got 2 massive big container trucks basically around the country with you, so that's a huge production.
Yeah, well, there's currently at the minute there's 12 musicians on stage. There's a 12-piece band plus myself, and you know, that it just, I suppose when you start playing the bigger venues, that you have to fill the stage, otherwise it looks very small, you know. So through the years we've ended up just accumulating and buying more and more equipment, so the show is as big and as good as it can be. And I always try and make the show as exciting, production, lighting, sound and staging and musically as interesting as it can possibly be for the audience. I mean, they pay good money to come and see us, so I think that they're totally entitled to the best show possible, you know.
You just said there a minute ago you're doing a new album in not too distant future. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, well, I'm going to start hopefully the next couple of weeks. I have 15 brand new songs written between myself and Don Mescal and John Farry and Joe McShane, a friend of mine, and Ralph Murphy from Nashville, and I've written in Nashville last year. So there's 15 songs, so I'm going to whittle them down hopefully to sort of 7 or 8 of the best of them. And I've got about 4 or 5 already recorded. So yeah, the new album will be a lot of my own stuff, but some well-known favourites as well, you know, that people will remember.
And the DVD you're recording here tonight, when is that due for release?
I'm hoping for the end of the year, Hugh, and yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully sort of November, December time. I'll be watching it tomorrow to see how it's turned out, but we've got a big production company, a TV production company that looking after it, but the nerves are setting in at the minute, you know, but fingers crossed. I'm sure it's going to go good, and the people will enjoy it. That's the main thing.
You're only really an hour, less than an hour before you go on stage. So what is the feeling right now before you go on stage in front of that big audience with that big production? It all rests on your shoulders. So what's the feeling, Nathan?
No pressure, yeah. No pressure's for tyres. That's what they keep telling me. Yeah, a bit nervous, but excited at the same time. I mean, I've got to think of the DVD, but I've got to think also this is a major gig. I mean, the Coronas were here last night. Lionel Richie was here the week before. They're all putting on huge shows, so I've got to put on the best possible live show that I can, as well as thinking of the DVD. But you know what, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm very, very lucky to be here. We've got great fans, and a lot of them have travelled, so you know, I'm just going to go out, put a smile on my face and enjoy it, and make the most of it. And that's
Before
it.
we go, Nathan, what message would you have for your fans tonight?
Only that I can't thank them enough for their continued support, buying the albums, travelling to the gigs, and supporting me no matter where I am. They travel, and I think I'm the luckiest man in the world, to be honest, to have the fans that I do, and I hope I never ever take them for granted, because they mean everything, and I wouldn't be here without them, that's for sure.
Well, Nathan, continued success to you, and thank you for taking the time to join us here tonight, and I'm sure it'll be a huge night for you. No better man than Nathan Carter.
Thanks very much, all the best anyway, cheers.